This might be a little weird, but I'm going to try it anyway. Welcome to the first State of the Channel update, where I'm going to dump all the information and updates I would love to put in community posts. So I will likely stop doing these when I'm granted the power to make community posts, we'll see. Anyway, on today's agenda, I've got a few anime-related updates, as well as everything I put into a comment on Discord and Dawnfall Ep 2 last week. Let's start with the Dawnfall-shaped elephant in the room. If you came here on the back of my Dawnfall videos, you've probably noticed there hasn't been any more. The TLDR is there won't be any more. I covered this in the aforementioned comment last week, but I started procrastinating episode 3 and couldn't bring myself to watch it. I have a lot of fun being critical of media I enjoy and thought Dawnfall would be so bad it's funny, but it's just bad. I started the Rambling series as a way to analyse media to improve my own writing, and because none of my close friends are into these kinds of shows. They're an outlet for my desire to get better as a writer and a way to break up the rest of my work, but Dawnfall became a chore so quickly. Like, to the point that if I was forced to decide between cleaning the entire house and watching a single episode of Dawnfall, I'd be picking up a duster and taking an entire box of antihistamines. I've promised myself already I won't be returning to the series, and I intend on keeping that promise. On that note, however, I will be continuing the Rambling series with different shows I actually like watching. This leads into today's second topic, the new Love Live girls. I was boarding a plane and idly checking Twitter when I saw the announcement of the 4 new Leela girls and had to contain my reaction so the strangers around me didn't think I was about to run out the emergency exit. When we landed, I was able to read more about them, and I have thoughts, so here we go. Kinako's design is cute but feels very bland. Like, I would mistake her for a classmate bland. I'm not sure that her animal understanding will be important, but I think there's a lot of potential for cute interactions with Manmaru. So far, she's shown the least personality through her promotional illustrations, so I am keen to see what kind of character she is, and I'm hoping it's more than just, I'm plain but aspirational. Mei currently has my heart in a vice. I love the Red Love Live characters, and of the new 4, Mei is definitely my favourite. I do have a tendency towards tsundere idols specifically, so this isn't surprising. I love that she calls herself scary looking, and I'd love to see some pushed expressions from her in the anime. I'm a little disappointed they didn't fully lean into the scary thing by giving her fangs or sharp teeth like Yuna's, but that's okay. I'll draw her with fangs. I'm excited to learn why her icon is a paw pad too. When I first saw her, I thought Shiki was a Haruka Kiritani knockoff, but looking at her again, I retract that statement. Having a science kid idol intrigues me a lot, and I'm hoping we see her inventive side. If I had to guess, she's going to be dragged into the idol club by Mei, who wants to join but is going to be all tsundere about it. It will be very interesting to see how a very monotone seeming character fits into Leela. Finally, Natsumi. I can't believe she's a VTuber. Her design is very cute and she seems so energetic. I hope we get to see her VTube model and it's not just a side note of her character. Like, having someone who's already got a following is such an interesting narrative point, and I'm keen to see what happens with it. I really love that Natsumi seems like an absolute gremlin, and she seems like a great foil to Sumire. It's that or they be best friends, or Sumire will recognize her voice and freak out. Imagine if Sumire was a fan of L-Tuber Natsumi. That'd be great. In a nutshell, I'm very excited for Superstar Season 2, and I'm very cool with the new characters. I wasn't expecting more, but it makes sense that they'd want to bring Leela up to 9. I've seen a lot of backlash to the new characters, but I'm more focused on the personalities they're bringing to the table. I'm always down for more idol content, so I have absolutely no complaints. Another show I'd love to introduce to my Rambling series is Zombieland Saga. I am up to date with it, so if it's renewed for another season, I'll absolutely be covering it. I'm a massive fan of the show, and learning that it might not continue was pretty heartbreaking, but I know there are a lot of issues with the production, so I'm not holding my breath. I'll also be covering the upcoming Hatsune Miku anime, which doesn't have a release date yet, but expected on this channel when it airs. The final thing I want to cover is the general direction this channel is going in from now on. I'll be continuing my convention recaps and hopefully expanding into equipment reviews, because I've had some interesting experiences with my machines lately that I think a lot of exhibitors would find handy. I also want to start working on a series of videos I've called Exhibitor Extra that cover how to get into conventions, ordering merchandise, general convention etiquette, and more. They're focused specifically on Australian conventions since that's all I've done, and I haven't come across many resources specifically for Aussies. I'm also planning on more Storytime videos involving Dungeons & Dragons and Terraria. I've had some fantastic things happen in both games that I want to share with everyone. I also want to talk more about my OCs, costumes, character design, basically all my passions. I need a massive palette cleanser after Dawnfall and all the negative comments it brought, so I'm pivoting back into fun content that's good for my health. My next Speed Paint Storytime covers the story of how I kind of became a magician, so I'll hope you'll all stick around for that one at least. It's a bonkers story that I've seldom told in its entirety. That's where I'm at this month. I'll only do these videos when I need to update everyone about a few things or when I'm making drastic changes to the channel, at least until I get to make community posts. I hope you enjoy the videos I've got coming up, and for posterity, I'm going to be leaving the Dawnfall videos up. They got a lot of views and continue to get a lot of views, so hopefully I can pivot people off those bad vibes and onto the good vibes of my actually good content. Seriously, y'all were mean, and I know sharing opinions on the internet will lead to that, but I really didn't need someone to mansplain why ass shots are hot. Get out of here!